walking down the road. Tell me how long you gonna stay here, Joe. Some people say this town don't look good in snow. You don't care, I know. Ventura Highway in the sunshine, where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine. You're gonna go, I know. Cause the free wind is blowing through your hair, and the days surround your daylight there. Seasons crying, no despair. Alligator lizards in the air, in the air. Vision of a falling star, waiting for the early train. Sorry boy, but I've been hit by purple rain. Oh, come on, Joe, you can always change your name. Thanks a lot, son, just the same. Ventura Highway in the sunshine, where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine. You're gonna go, I know. Cause the free wind is blowing through your hair, and the days surround your daylight there. Seasons crying, no despair. Alligator lizards in the air, in the air. La-da.
When the moon was new, saw you standing in the pouring rain, left my message on a window pane. Back on the street again, back on the beat again, I'm back on the top again. You saw me climbing to the top of the hill, you saw me meeting with the fools on the hill. Learned my lesson and I had my fill. Learned it all in vain. Went through it all again. Now I'm back on the top again. Always driving, always climbing way beyond my will. Same old sensation, isolation at the top of the bill. Always seeming like I'm moving, but I'm really going slow. What do you do when you get to the top and there's nowhere to go? Well, just how you get there will be anybody's guess. With all the so-called trappings of success, left all the deadbeats on the top of the hill. They're too busy raising Cain. Back on the street again. Back on the top again. Always climbing way beyond my will. The same old sensation, isolation at the top of the bill. Always seeming like I'm moving, but I'm really going slow. You'll find out when you get to the top that there's nowhere to go. You get there will be anybody's guess. With all the so-called trappings of success, left all the deadbeats on the top of the hill. Too busy raising Cain. I'm back on the street again. I'm back on the top again. Back on my feet again. I'm back on the street again. I'm back on the top again. hear the cry for home.
And you won't have to worry anymore when you go to cry for home.
When you hear the call, you won't have to think it all when you hear the cry for home.
I'll be standing within reach when you hear the call.
I've been waiting in the bridge for you. Every time you hear it, when you hear the call, baby, you won't have to think it all when you hear the cry for home. All right. Listen, when you hear cry for home. Listen, when you hear the cry for home. Listen, now when you hear the cry for home. Listen, now when you hear the cry for home. Wait a minute. Now when you hear the cry for home. Or when you hear the cry for home.
Which way are you going? Which side will you be on? Will you stand and watch while all the seeds of hate are sown? Will you stand with those who say that His will be done? One hand on the Bible, one hand on the gun. One hand on the Bible, one hand on the gun. Which way are you looking? Is it hard to see? Do you say what's wrong for him is not wrong for me? You walk the streets of righteousness, but you refuse to understand. You say you love the baby, then you crucify the man. You say you love the baby, then you crucify the man. every day. Things are changing, words once honored turn to lies. People wondering, can you blame them? It's too far to run, too late to hide. So now you turn your back on all the things that you used to preach. Now it's let him live in freedom if he lives like me. Well, your line has changed, confusion reigns. What have you become? All your olive branches turn to spears when your flowers turn to guns. Olive branches turn to spears when your flowers turn to guns.
I call that bold talk for a one-eyed fat man.
Fill your hand, you son of a bitch!